Good morning. This is Ami, and this is the third and last part of my morning routine. So we started with yoga, just a little warm up, not a big yoga class. And then we did an energy clearing, and I did a little extended version of that, but you could do the 5-minute version by going to Donna Eden and checking out the quick version. And now we're going to do a meditation. And I'm going to guide us into the meditation, and then we're going to have a 20-minute silent sit, and then I'll guide us out of the meditation. So my suggestion is to be really gentle and curious and compassionate with yourself during the 20-minute sit, because even though people think that it's like 20 minutes of silence, it's not. It's 20 minutes of letting the mind and the body and the heart space all come to a still point. And that takes about 18 minutes to do that for most people. So unless you've been meditating a lot lately, it's probably going to take you at least 18 to 20 minutes just to drop into a quiet place. So before that is the process of getting to dropping in. So be really curious about that process and compassionate with yourself that you're in a process, and see what comes up for you. So we're going to begin. I'm going to guide us in, and then I'm going to go sit back there and invite you with me into my silent place, into your silent place. And I'm going to move myself over, and hopefully you can hear me. Let me show you what we're going to do. So there's two spots. I'm going to sit down right here, and I invite you to sit down right here. So if you want to imagine us sitting side by side while we're meditating, that might be kind of nice to be in the same room together. And at the same time, you'll have your privacy. You know, you can breathe and sigh and yawn and move your body and crickle and crackle and do what you need to do to get to that place of being able to be really in that beautiful stillness for just a little bit. So let's start with our guided meditation. Make yourself comfortable. Might have to wiggle a little bit into your comfort zone. You might have to continue to wiggle in as your body drops into a more comfortable place of being in a sitting or laying down position. Feel the surface beneath you as if it were welcoming you. Drop down into it. Feel the clothes on your skin. Notice how it feels, the different textures and the warmth that they bring. Notice the air on your skin. Notice the temperature. Notice how it might feel like a tickle. Notice the air that you're breathing in. You might notice it coming in through the nostrils, at the very tip of the nostrils. You might feel that tickle of air coming in and the temperature of the air. And how it feels inside of your nose, or if it's coming in your mouth. Feel the connection between the nose and the mouth as the air enters the nasal cavity. Feel the air in the back of your throat. Feel the space between the top of the tongue and the roof of the mouth. Notice the weight of your tongue as it's laying on the bottom of your mouth. Notice how the tip of the tongue is touching the back of the teeth, and the front of the teeth are touching the back of the lips. And notice any sensation or lack of sensation in your lips. And your cheeks. Notice your temples and your jaw. Just make note of any degree of tension that you notice in there. And then invite your jaw and your temples to relax. Invite your mouth to open slightly. Invite your eye sockets to relax. Invite your forehead to relax. Your whole skull to relax. Invite the skin to relax off your bones. Invite your head to be a helium balloon that's lifting up out of the body, and your neck is the string hanging down. Your shoulders and arms are the string hanging down. And your torso and hips and legs are the string hanging down. And this helium balloon head that's slightly lifting up and out of the body. Notice inside of your head the darkness and any light that's coming in. Any color, texture, or any other quality that you notice. Notice if that quality or color or shadow and dark, notice when it changes. Notice any subtle changes. And invite yourself to go into the depth of what you see there. All the way to the back of your head, and the top of your head, and the front and sides and bottom. And notice your breath coming in and leaving. Notice your breath coming in through your nose all the way down into the lungs. Notice how the cavity where your breath is coming in is expanding to make room for the lungs expanding. How the ribs are pulling away from each other and away from your body, farther away, farther out, making room for the lungs to expand. Notice how the diaphragm is pushing down from underneath the rib cage into the belly, how the belly expands as the lungs are increasingly getting larger with the breath. And then notice how everything deflates back to tucked in, tucked up with the exhale. And on one of your exhales, you might even think about squeezing your navel in toward your lower back on the end of the exhale, squeezing the diaphragm up tighter into tucked under the ribs, squeezing the lungs out, making room for a next big inhale. You may notice the breath in your chest or your belly. You may even think about breathing in and out through your pores. Consider that the air around you is being breathed inside of you. And the air inside of you is being breathed to the outside of you. And that your body, your skin, is barely a membrane between the air that is inside and outside. You may want to consider that you're breathing in oxygen. And the oxygen is a life force. It's an opening. It's a softening. And if there's anywhere in your body that feels like it wants to be opened and softened, invite the oxygen in. If there's anything that's ready to be released, invite it out through the exhale into the air around you to be cleansed. You may want to consider that the oxygen in your body is being used up in this way and turned into carbon dioxide, which the body can no longer tolerate, and it automatically exhales the carbon dioxide out, along with anything else that's ready to be released. And you may want to consider that the carbon dioxide in the air is being breathed in by the plant world, their life force that helps them soften and open and live. That the plants are breathing it in and using up that carbon dioxide, their life force, in every cell, in every particle of the cell, in the spaces between the particles. That it's being used up and chemically changed to oxygen and nitrogen, their waste product, which they can no longer tolerate, and they exhale, the plant world exhales that into the air to be cleansed and reused as life force for you and me as we breathe in the oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. The plant world breathes in the carbon dioxide, breathes out oxygen. Consider for the next few breaths the symbiotic relationship between you and the plant world. And as you continue to breathe in and out of this air, this energetic field, consider that there are other things in the energetic field that you're breathing in and out of. Other things that are breathing in and out of this energetic field. There are animals and other people and minerals. Everything is breathing in and out of this energetic field. We are sharing this energetic field through our breath. Consider too that just as we cannot see the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, there are other things that we probably definitely can't see that are happening in the energetic field. Consider that you're breathing in qualities like love or peace or clarity. And breathe in whatever quality comes to your mind that you most want to be filled with right now. And then breathe it back out. And breathe it in again. And release. Making room for the next brand new breath, carrying in with it the qualities that you most would like to be filled with. Consider that we're all breathing in and out of these qualities. Every particle. And consider that the energetic field that holds all has been created from some source, however you want to think about that. You're breathing in and out of this source. As you breathe, you may notice thoughts. These thoughts are part of the whole energetic field that's being held by Source. It's holding everything. These thoughts are part of that material. These thoughts are just as sacred. If a thought lingers and wants to be seen and heard, consider bringing it into the breath as you look at that thought, as you allow creative thinking and problem solving and processing. Bring that breath into the thought and bring the thought into the breath, creating more space for the thought process. You may notice that as you breathe in and out, feelings might also come up and come in and out. Those feelings are sacred material. They're part of everything, this energetic field being held by Source. They are inside of it. So bring them in as sacred material. Bring them into your heart space, into your loving arms, whatever the feelings are, even anger, even doubt, even guilt, shame, confusion, even the feelings that we think we don't want. Bring them in as hidden children who want to be seen and heard. And let them be seen and heard. Let them be nurtured by the breath. Bring them into the breath. And bring the breath into those feelings, giving them room and space to be, to grow, to change. And as you continue to breathe, allowing thoughts, emotions, body sensations, opening, movement, and breath. We'll go into our silence. I'll see you in 20 minutes. Begin to breathe this brand new breath in to wherever you're at right now. Let them mingle together and exhale anything that's ready to be released. The next breath, make note of the seat that you're sitting upon, that you're laying on, the surface, and how it feels to be touching it. The air on your skin. Listen to the sounds around you in your space and outside your space. Start to feel your fingertips, your fingers, and how they're connected to your hands and your arms, and start to wiggle and move your arms through the space that you're in. Bring your arms out and up and around, and wiggle your spine. Feel the connection between your neck and your spine and your hips and your legs and your feet and your toes. Feel your whole body start to move in this space that you're in. And consider opening your eye shades if they're not open, slowly bringing in color and lines, texture, and slowly bringing in focus. And look around you, see what you see in your space. Listen to what you can hear, taste in your mouth, feel your body, breathe in, see if you can smell your breath, your body odor, your clothes, the air. Bring your vision back to the screen, back together, and thank you for meditating with me. I am done with my morning routine. Namaste. Ami signing out.